Hello, good evening. Welcome to the Crucible Theatre here in Sheffield and the 2014 Dafabet World Snooker Championship. Today, all eyes on world number 3 Mark Selby taking on Wales's Michael White, who had an excellent run in last year's tournament. Selby won the Masters and the UK Championship in 2013, but has never lifted the sport's most prestigious trophy. So Mark Selby led the first session by 5 frames to 4, and he took the next 3 frames of the evening session, leading 8-4. But then White staged a remarkable fight back, drawing level at 8 frames apiece. We pick it up in frame 17. White is at the table and he's trailing.
Oh, I missed. Mark Selby, 7.
This is interesting here because the fact that the black's gone safe now, if he puts him back into play, if he has it reset up, the black goes back onto its own spot. Now he might decide to leave that where it is. Gets a little bit of insurance. What would you do here, John?
Yeah. Has he called a free ball? Didn't know whether the referee could he call one? Well, it looks like he must have done because he's. Oh, this is interesting.
I don't think he's called a free ball, has he?
Foul. Michael White, 6.
Well, I don't believe that.
Free ball.
He hasn't realised it's not a free ball, and he's got down and played the pink as if it's a free. I've never seen that before in my life. Can you believe that?
Well, that just shows you what tension can do for you, John, doesn't it?
Well, he's just completely lost the plot there.
Yeah, but the only good news is the fact that he has got the pink and black safe now. That's 6 points. He's looking at us and just can't believe what he's done. But, you know, in fairness, it's not that bad. OK, 17 points, sorry, 15 points in front. But that is the first time ever at the Crucible I've seen anything like that. When you were captain on Question of Sport, John, and you had the what happened next question, never in the history would you have got guessed right.
No, well, as I say, we've been playing the game a long time and watching it a long time. Mark's laughing, he can't believe he's done it, but I've never seen that before. And I mean, you could see by referee Leo Scullion's face that he was a bit bemused by it, because he was thinking, why is Mark playing this? I've not called a free ball. It just shows you what can happen. Tension out there. You can stop thinking straight.
Now, if you can cut this in, it's not beyond the realms of possibility. You could cut this in and bring the green into play.
I think it's past the cut, isn't it? I'm not so sure he can.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it's one of those bizarre situations. Earlier in the frame we were saying it was a bad shot to put the green safe, but it's one of those ones that's worked out not too bad now for him.
Well, you heard Mark Selby say sorry there, and it was a bit fortunate.
And about sorry, I'd want a letter of apology after that. That really is quite awkward. I think as he plays off the side cushion, top cushion, and misses it on the way back, he's going to leave a free ball.
Foul, I miss. Mark Selby.
Now,
4.
Mark Selby, just listen to us here. This is definitely a free ball.
Free ball.
Now, are you sure it's a free ball?
Does that look, Michael?
Michael's got to be very careful here because it will be given a miss, of course, if he misses it this time. And then, of course, if he misses it the next time, he can only tie. So it's really important that it's hit this time. Well done.
Yeah, good hit, and he deserves to get that safe, really. Not flicking that snooker behind the green.
This might go over the pocket.
Oh, a little shake of the head from Mark. It might be pretty straight, this. Yeah, not much you can do with that.
Yes, he's not going to leave a double on either if he stops it dead. The double's not on the green. He doesn't want to put the green anywhere near the pink to bring the pink into play.
2.
Got a chance of a snooker here. Put the green up behind the brown and the white in the middle of the table. Try and line them up with the blue. What he's played for, but not quite got it.
Mark Selby. 2.
Still a good green, though.
Just a little smile up to the com box as he walked back to this end of the table. Mark Selby is a little bit bemused about what's happened, but it's actually put him in a very strong position, the fact that the pink's where it is.
This is actually a tough shot in the circumstances, but if he could chip the green over towards the pink, might be a decent safety shot. No, he's got that too thin. That was the problem with it. You had to hit that fairly thick. He can only hope for the blue, and he hasn't got it.
Well, this is frame ball, and having lost the previous 4 frames, this is a tough one, even though it looks pretty straightforward. Somebody dropped something up in the auditorium and right on the backswing there. This is early on in the match. You'd say this was an absolute certainty. The way the match has gone, this is a pressure pot. You could see it happening.
Well, that really is a terrible shot. He's trying to Get the cue ball over behind the pink. Stun it in behind. It was a high tariff shot, that. Under the circumstances, main priority there was just get the green safe. He's gifted him that opportunity there, Michael.
Well, this has been one of the strangest frames I've ever seen here at the Crucible in the history of the Crucible. But Mark Selby now will be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. He's 1 up with 2 to play.
Mark Selby, 12. And the frame.
Well, what a strange frame, but Mark Selby will be absolutely delighted. He sits in his chair smiling. A break of 44 early on was enough to take that lead, and he leads now by 9 frames to 8.
So Mark Selby needs just 1 more frame to book his place in the second round. Let's show you what happened in the next frame. White is at the table, leading by 9 points.
I think he doesn't want to do is cannon the other red off this. Well, he'll take that all day. To finish where he's finished is an absolute dream.
Well, 100 shots he could have had at that and not played it better than that.
Seven. 8.
Just wondering whether the green passes the black. That's the... well, it doesn't. And that might be a stumbling block. Puts him 23 ahead, yellow 25. But the way he's played that, he can play plain ball and across, and the green will go past the brown in the same pocket he's putting the yellow in.
$16.
Needs to slow up. No, well played, Michael Whiteout. Just this green to take us to a final frame decider. Brilliant. Held himself together really well. What a match this has turned into. Didn't look like it when Mark Selby led 5-1. We're going into a Crucible cracker, final frame decider.
28.
Plenty of tension.
Well, we had 2 of them last night, John. We've got another one this evening.
34.
Well, that frame could have gone either way, but Michael White held himself together. That 2-red clearance is perfect. Well, who knows who's going to win now? It's 9-all. We're in for another Crucible decider.
Wow, terrific match. Another night at the Crucible, then another final frame decider. Mark Selby back at the table, and he's leading by 10 points.
Well, if this goes behind the green, this is a fabulous shot. That is an absolutely brilliant shot. It really is. To play that through the gap with that amount of side and to come down and put it there, superb.
He's hit this full. If it flicks by it, he could leave a red on.
Foul and a miss. Mark Selby, 4.
There's a couple of reds on into the middle. I think Mark may play the one that's nearest the pink spot, because he can play it virtually as a shot to net. He gets in the jaws of the middle pocket. Oh, he's putting it back.
Yeah, I think I'd be having it back as well. I don't think it's particularly nice. And the thing is, if he comes, he's keeping him under the cosh there where he is. And even if he hits that red, the one that's near the top, he could knock that into a possible position as well. So I think I'd like to keep him under the cosh there.
Well, mind you, he's absolutely hit this 100 miles an hour. So putting him back was a correct choice.
Yeah, it's about the circumstances, isn't it? And the tension there, and I could see that happening. He's overhit a few positional shots this evening. You know, there's no reason why he might not overhit a getting out of a snooker as well.
Can he screw back for the black in the same pocket? I don't know whether he can. May have to play the cannon.
Well, either way, I think he can get on the black. There you go.
One.
Good shot.
Oh, Mark Selby, many, many times in his career, has made a frame-winning break under pressure. He needs another one.
Eight.
Didn't play on the red in the middle, played on the red in the corner. Just trying to see if the pink pots, that would help if it does.
Nine.
You can see there the pink was too tight. That's why he didn't take the risk. Okay, it might pot, but he knew that he was guaranteed an easy pot on the blue. Still not guaranteed to get it in and around the black spot for a few shots. Needs to be straight on this red, and he can run through for the black.
Well, he couldn't have played that much
14.
better, could he? I think he can manage to sneak through here. Top spin, should avoid the black. He thinks so. He's setting up for that shot anyway.
Just the red just to the left of the black. That's the big problem ball at the minute. You can get the black available into both corners. And now he has done. Now this is a chance for frame and match. Just has to be careful now.
Yeah, lovely little cannon there, and of course the red he cannoned into will still pot, so after this one goes in, that red you can see now, it's definitely potable.
23.
Michael White, 44 points behind. Will he get another chance?
31.
But whatever happens in this match, Michael White has proved to everybody here that under pressure, under the cauldron of the snooker, the crucible, he's going to be a battler. Needs to tighten his safety game up a little bit, but boy, he can play under pressure. Just coming up to 6 hours 22 minutes, and we're now looking for the first time on who's likely to go through into the next round, and it could be Selby. I mean, I'd love to have been on that red to the left of the pink. He could have just stunned it in and potted the pink in the middle, but going to have to go up to the blue. It's got to be make sure he's top side.
He's completely got his focus back here. Wavered a couple of times today in this match. But when the concentration is required at the most crucial part of the match, he's turned it on again. Very impressive, this. Everyone can play in
44.
practice. It's when you're out here in the heat of battle, can you, producer?
Well,
Mark's decided the pink pots. We looked at it a little bit early. We can see it's a lot easier now that other red to the right of the pink has been taken away. He'd have liked another 2 inches of pace, though. 59 in front. This would be 65, so one more red and colour. If it had been 2 inches further to the right, the one more red and colour would have been a certainty. But he's just got the slight wrong angle on this red, on this pink. going to play a little screw back and leave a 3/4 ball red. Very good.
Thank you.
Very good. He knows now that was the shot that should win him this match.
$51.
So 65 ahead, 75 remaining. Miss Red and the pink. Do the job while he's played up on the blue.
52.
And this has been an absolutely superb contribution. That's why he's a champion.
He'll risk the slow cannon into the reds here. The key thing is just make sure you pot the blue. OK, you can forgive knocking a red in because that happens sometimes, but you've got to knock the blue in. It's frame ball. Very good, very good. It's not over yet, though.
57.
It is 71 in front with 67 remaining. Looks like he's decided to play this cut. The white will be running free, but if the red goes in, it's end of match. Well, decided to play behind the green, and that was the shot.
Selby,
and barring
57.
snookers, Selby has come through a very, very tense encounter, and he wins by 10 frames to 9. Well, you've got to give a lot of praise, John, haven't you, to Michael?
Oh, enormous. As I say, I think he's a seriously good player. I think he can play a lot better than he's played today as well. I mean, that, you know, scoring-wise and positional-wise, he's not been, you know, you'd call him 7 out of 10 maybe today, because I think he's a better player than that. But what he's shown is he's a real battler, and he sticks in there even when he's not at his best. Great pot from Selby. That should be end of match.
You could see what that meant to Mark Selby. He knew he's been pushed to the limit here.
Six. Seven.
Well, what a lovely feeling this is now for Mark Selby. He knows it is been pushed to the limit, and he's produced some of his best snooker and some best potting. He played probably the best safety shot I've seen under pressure in getting him behind the green. And the initial first pot under pressure at 9 all was fantastic. Still not at his best. I mean, neither player have played at their best, but he's produced some unbelievable snooker and a really exciting finish.
15.
Black's gone in the way of the pink, and usually when you're in this kind of position, the pocket looks like a bucket when you play in the blue. Couldn't see him missing that because there was no pressure.
20.
He'll be buzzing inside. He's come under the utmost of pressure, and he's produced when it mattered. Well, what a shame, but what a great match. Michael White, you deserve every round of applause you're going to get. The plaudits, the Crucible crowd, standing ovation for these two players. Fabulous match, the third 10-9 we've had in the last 2 days. Fabulous snooker. Congratulations to Mark Selby. He looks up at the Crucible commentary box with a big smile. Well done, Mark Selby.
Credit to Michael, obviously he's played his part in that match, and obviously it's a shame they have to be a loser, because at one stage, obviously, it was a great game. It was like blow for blow. I mean, every time I got a chance, I was sort of winning it, and then I'd probably miss 1 or 2 balls from 8-4, but other than that, I thought he played great.
He started off well again tonight to go 8-4 up, and then I sort of found something from somewhere, and I was still sort of struggling a bit, but I did play a lot better, I thought, to come back to 8-all, and then just didn't get a chance in the last frame, which is bitterly disappointing.
I'd rather have won a lot easier, but as long as I'm still in the tournament, I mean, I'll be more than happy if it's all deciding frames, if it means you're going on to win the World Championship.
It really was a terrific encounter. Well played, Mark Selby. He now plays Ali Carter in the second round. Time now to bring you right up to date with the rest of the action from the first round. And we start with the all-Scottish clash as 3-time world champion John Higgins took on Alan McManus, sporting a fine pair of trousers.
Alan McManus getting this first round match underway. This is like rolling back the years.
Where's the cue ball going, though? Unlucky.
John Higgins leads 1-0.
Alan McManus has been a great player. He's still proven he is that, and he levels a score at 1-all.
Cue ball. Oh.
McManus scored in frame.
Angles McManus. They say he's the best in the business at getting out of snookers.
John Higgins, 49.
It's been easy peasy.
Oh, he leads by 6 frames to 1.
With 1 to play in this session, Alan McManus leads by 6 frames to 2. 6-3, John Higgins will be very, very pleased. It could have been a lot worse.
World number 15 Joe Perry fought back to book his place in the second round by seeing off the challenge of Scotland's Jamie Burnett. Burnett, who was 6-3 up after the first session, was beaten 10-7 and said at the end of the match he no longer enjoys snooker. One man enjoying his snooker right now, Ricky Walden, made the semi-finals here last year. He's in a very commanding position over Kyron Wilson, making his Crucible debut. 6-3, Ricky leads. Also has the highest break of the tournament so far, 137 he scored in frame number 2. Let's now turn our attention to the man that many people are tipping for the world title this year. He is, of course, Ding Junhui of China. And what a season Ding is having. He's won 5 ranking titles this season so far. Take a look at this. The Shanghai Masters, the Indian Open, the International Championship, the German Masters and the China Open, where he beat Neil Robertson by 9 frames to 5. Let's just take a look at how his match is looking right now. He's playing Michael Wasley, another Crucible debutant. Ding led by 6 frames to 3 at the end of the first session. At the end of the evening session, Michael Wasley had pulled it back to 9-8 when they were pulled off, which meant they had to come back. A break of 103 set up a final frame decider. Michael Wasley, could he cause a big upset? Here he is at the table, 14 points ahead.
Went for it, confidently got it. Nice kiss on the black, he's on the pink. He's got a chance. He's got a chance. Now, what is he on?
7.
Well, the red that's closest to the cue ball will go to this right corner. It's a thin cut, but it will pot. I don't know whether he can get past the black to cut the red in just below the pink back into the right corner. And I'd rather be playing the one to the that's closest to the cue ball. Well, he's going to play the snooker. Well, he's thinking clear under the utmost pressure. He's thinking very clearly, didn't want to take a risk. Didn't feel as though he wanted to play the pot, and that's a good snooker. And it's that tight to the black, I'm not certain the one cushion escape is on. .21 points behind his opponent at the moment, looking for two reds, two colours. Could be a hit and hope, this, if he can get to the top cushion.
He's having a close look if it's touching.
The referee doesn't declare touching. Well, he said it wasn't touching a few moments ago, but of course
It definitely wasn't touching.
it can nestle.
It wasn't touching, so I'm going to move it back. There, it's just a fraction off, okay? It wasn't touching when I first looked, man. It's just a fraction off.
Well, that's made a big difference. Because you couldn't have played off this cushion then if it was touching. You'd have to go off the side cushion, made it a lot more difficult. Not just to escape from it, but to get the ball safe as well. Can play this gentle and just drop on the red. Well, he didn't do that. Oh, when he got out of it. Could have gone anywhere, that one.
Good safety. Okay, I think this red just below the pink will go to the left corner, but if he plays it, he's got to be very wary of cannoning into the red on the right-hand side of the table. If he misses the red and cannons into that, this could be his last shot. Well, he missed the pot. Thankfully for him, he missed the cannon, and he's finished up snookering Michael Wasley on all three balls. How do you like them apples? Well, just over 7 hours match time. I mean, you always look at the red that's closest to the cushion to see if you can nestle on that, but this red that's closest to the top cushion, okay, you could nestle on it, but if you just caught it wrong, you could knock it on. And he's got to be wary of the blue in the middle of the table. Well, that's nowhere near.
Foul, I'm going to miss. Danger and wave 4.
He came off that cushion very straight then, didn't it? He couldn't have misjudged it by that much. Whichever red he tries to hit, he's going to have a great deal of difficulty, and I don't think Ding, he just certainly didn't play this shot to get behind the green, so that just irritates you a little bit when you're out there.
Change of heart.
Put the big stuff out.
Well, I thought he might be coming off the two cushions, but he's coming off the two cushions to try and hit these from behind.
Foul, I'm going to miss.
And that's
Danger
not
and wave
worked
4.
out. And these points are all adding up in favour of Ding Junhui. The only reason I put that line up before is I just thought that if he hits this red near the top cushion, you could get it safe. Even coming off two cushions here, if he hits the the right hand of the two reds, he could leave the other one onto the middle pocket. Does he catch the jaw? Yeah, that's the other problem he's got. And Ding Junhui is quite happy to take these 4-point penalties, because all of a sudden he's only 9 points behind now. This is a better line, but as I say, if he hits the right-hand red, he could leave one into the middle. As it turns out, maybe one to the corner. Well, at least he stopped giving the foul points away. Quick glance at the scoreboard. It's no easy clearance, even if he pots the red here.
Perfectly played for the black. Perfect angle on the black to get on the red behind the black spot. This is the chance.
Nice angle on this red now. A lot will depend, and Michael knows that, on the angle off this red on the black, because the last red, as it turns out, the one near the right-hand cushion, will be difficult to get on. So he's playing for the black in the same pocket as this red. That way it makes it that much easier. Now, choice. I think he could disturb the red or just stun behind it. Maybe trying to move it. Tried to move it. Not certain about that choice. If he had the angle to move it, then he could have dropped behind it with a little bit of stun.
Yes, if he could have cannoned the red, John, and still not been on it.
Yeah.
As it was, you've got to leave yourself a pot at this stage.
So he's got a 7-point lead. But it's not over yet. And I cannot see him playing the double here on the red. So Michael Wasley will be thinking he'll get back to the table. Surely the double too risky. And it was.
Ding Junhui.
And he's played an excellent safety. Advantage, Ding Junhui. Good hit. He needs to get it safe. He needs the brown to come to his rescue. And it may have done. It may well have done. Yes, he can hit the red, but he can't pot it in the middle.
Yeah, luck always plays a part in any sport with his balls involved, and Ding had a lucky snooker earlier on. It could have turned this deciding frame. I know it's a bit of luck for Michael Wasley. The truth of it is that both of them have plenty of chances during the match earlier on.
Well, he may be forced into playing the pot here. The only problem is, and danger with this, if you could play the pot, and then the only red you could leave is the one you're playing, obviously, but there's always a chance of coming off the side cushion and going in off in the left middle here. He's got to be wary of that. Well, he could hit enough of it to just play the containing safety, but that and the initiative now to his opponent.
Yes, you can have a look at it and try and get behind some colours, but what he's got to do is keep the red ball in a safe position. You can get a snooker as well, that's fine.
Yeah, the priority, as you say, don't leave a pot. He's looking now to come top cushion first, but that to me is always a bit risky. I mean, if he got into it too much, the red could run into the pink. Or it could run into the pocket. What a fluke and what a time to get one. Dearie dear. We've seen everything now.
There's been so much drama in this final frame. We just had a feeling something strange was going to happen.
8.
Awful way to lose a match, a frame and a match, but it isn't one yet.
Cruel game. We've always said it's a cruel game. 1 point the lead. Needs up to and including the blue for a famous victory.
10.
A shock. And one of the major contenders for the title, Ding Junhui, out of the tournament.
30.
Well, what can you do about that?
17.
And the blue to go 15 points in front with just 13 remaining.
22.
Well, Ding Junhui will be very disappointed with his performance throughout this match. But maybe he didn't deserve to lose like this. Well, it's not over yet.
22.
One snooker needed. If he doesn't get it, Ding Junhui,
Settle
Michael
down, please.
Wosley has produced one of the biggest shocks ever at the Crucible. Shake of the head, he knows if he pots the pink. It was a handshake, back to the dressing room, and the slaps on the back. But one snooker. Under hit that by a long way.
Drop it slowly towards the pocket now, John.
Yeah, when there's pink and black on, I always believe you only get one chance of the snooker. Just roll it towards the corner, in or over. If it's in the jaws, you won't be getting a snooker from there. Not quite in the jaws, though. From Ding Junhui's perspective, if you can't get a snooker, make certain you get the object ball safe. But he'll try and get this cue ball off the baulk cushion, side cushion, in behind the black. I'll tell you what, it's a great line, it's a great line, and it's a great length. What a shot! Did he get a double kiss on the pink there?
As played, what a wonderful shot.
Unbelievable.
Well, if he's going to play this way, he should be playing to hit the right-hand cushion first before the pink. Gives him a better chance, I think. Hit it straight on or hit the cushion first. He's got it. Has he got it?
Oh. Great hit.
The tension is unbelievable here. 38 minutes this frame has been running so far, and it's been full of tension from start to finish.
Once again, trying to get this cue ball behind the black. This time he's left the pink in a potable position, so needs the snooker, and he's just about got it. Easy to hit, but believe me, anything can happen. Doesn't want to hit this too thin and going off. Oh! Dear me.
I'm not sure I can put up with all this excitement at midnight, John. It's a bit too much for us.
And it only happens here at the Crucible Theatre, Sheffield. This pink is going towards the middle. Needs the black to cover the potting angle again. And once again he's done it. It's an easy hit though. But as we saw from the last easy hit, you've got to be careful where that cue ball's going to finish. You won't want to hit this too hard. You don't want that cue ball running loose. Just about, is it? A lot thinner than he intended.
What a great effort this is from Ding, isn't it? I mean, he was more or less out. He's placed 3, great snooker shots there behind the black from difficult positions. That's what champions do, they hold on.
Another good effort, but where's the pink going? It's over the middle, that's the end. Ding Junhui puts his head in his hands. He knows now he is out. His dream of being the world champion 2014 is over. And nice to see a little tap of the cue on the floor, and congratulations for Michael Wosley, who is absolutely over the moon delighted. Ding Junhui full of disappointment, but a fair play to him. He lost like a champion and a gentleman. Michael Wosley, one of the biggest shocks ever at the World Championship. He is in the Dafabet World Championship second round. What a performance! 10 frames to 9.
I felt like I played pretty well throughout the whole match, really, even when I was 6-3 down. I was a little bit nervous at the end, which is to be expected. I had a chance on 35. But I think throughout the match, I've just been going for all my shots.
And you have 2 shots, very lucky. That's not a reason for the losing. I think I can take more frames before in the second session when I started. I had a badly shot many times.
I knew Ding was coming in with a lot of pressure into this tournament. He's done so well this season. He's probably done the best, and I just had to try and capitalise on his pressure, and I think I did that well.
Well, what a shock. Ding Junhui dumped out by Michael Wosley. Well played, that man. Snooker Extra is up next with extended highlights of the match involving John Higgins and Alan McManus. And then do join me at 10 o'clock later this morning at 10 o'clock for live coverage of that match. We will see the conclusion of that one and bring you the rest of the day's news. Hope you can join us for that. From all of us here, bye for now.